it's just part of having to get to make sure that what I say is accurate, and I can go back and make sure that I did understand you correctly and that kind of thing. So, here we are. How long have y'all been at this school?
I've been at this school for 5 years.
5 years, and what about you?
8.
8 years. Okay. All right. What specific issues does your school improvement plan address? And see, I even brought it. This is the results of your school improvement plan. I just pulled it off of the website. So, I mean, if you want to look at, I'm not trying to test you on if you know the school improvement plan. I just but in your mind, what does your school improvement plan address?
I know there's areas of curriculum that we look at the data to see areas that we need to improve, and then parent involvement is on there.
What kind of areas do you think you have identified here?
I think math was an area, and
Science was coming on board.
science, yeah.
Okay. And who are your stakeholders? Who are the people that are involved in your community?
They're getting real big on making sure, like, our cluster is involved with elementary, middle, and high school.
Okay.
That came on board.
Parents involved, business people as much as we can,
Yeah.
but being out here, we don't have too many to.
It's hard to identify those. Yeah. And how are they involved? Are they involved in the actual planning process? Are they involved in just reviewing it? Are they just kind of told?
They had a cluster meeting.
Okay.
And they kind of went over the school improvement plan.
It was open to
the public.
everybody, public was invited to that. And
we had a parent representative on leadership before that kind of worked with the student improvement plan. I'm not sure if we're still doing
before
that.
in the last couple of years, you mean? Okay. But as far as you know, that's about the extent of how the input for the community. And again, it's not good or bad. I just want to make sure I've got
the
any businesses could donate stuff. Like I know we've had like a golf tournament in the past, and they
some money.
donated.
Okay.
What is the committee that meets? There's a parent, there's teacher representatives and there's parent representatives.
Okay.
Do they work on it some?
Okay. Is that the school council that you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
Whatever that
I'm brain dead by Friday.
No, it is. I mean,
Yes.
believe me. I work at the pre-K too at West Georgia, so we're brain dead by Fridays as well. What are some specific strategies that are being implemented here that address the math in the areas that you know that you
We
work
got
in?
we purchased a new program, AR Math.
Okay.
We have smart boards in every classroom.
Okay. Do you think that helps?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We're that way we have access to virtual manipulatives.
Good.
We use them a lot for teaching math and all other subjects.
Okay. All right. What are the key measures you use to assess your program? So what do you do to make sure everything's succeeding?
Well, we just picked up AR Math this year, so
Okay.
we're kind of still learning.
That one.
Yeah.
We kind of need some more resources, which is hard in this economy. It would be. We saw a school that implemented it, and they had like a printer and a scanner in every room, and it just makes the program work easier. We're still trying to figure out the best way to go about the procedural part. We're hoping to get started. We're really implementing it by January.
Okay. What about benchmark testing?
We do that.
We do the county benchmarks, and we also do STAR Math and STAR Reading at the end of each 9 weeks. And then our students that are identified as being below grade level, we do theirs more often to monitor their progress too.
How do you feel like those assessments are working for you? Are you able to use them like they're supposed to be used, or do you feel like it's just one more thing to do?
I think it works well because it's not everybody that's having to do it very often. It's just once in 9 weeks for everybody, but you're able to. Yeah. It's quick. I mean, it doesn't give me every little piece of data I need, but it lets me know these are some I need to monitor more closely, and then I can work with them
and that's
in a small group or.
It's computer based, so it is easy to get the results. You can graph it,
There's a lot of different ways you can pull the data on the program too.
No, that's great. And you feel like you're confident in how you pull the data? Yeah, good.
We just really want to get better with the AR Math.
Yeah.
We really feel like it's a great program, and it'll narrow down those specific skills
It cut off on me one
That's
time, so
okay.
I'm trying to watch and make
That's
sure
okay.
it's.
It narrows down specific skills in math that we really need to work on with each individual child. So.
Okay, and that's great. So you
Mhm.
really feel like it's going to guide you?
I really
think it's
think
gonna
it's going to be
Good.
great.
That's wonderful. What do you think your major challenges are as far as school improvement goes, and how do you think they're being addressed, or are they not being addressed? I know.
You know, we are in a, like a poor area, so
Mhm.
sometimes the economic disadvantages are a
Mhm.
challenge with student achievement. But I really think that we're really focused on student achievement. I really think more so than we have in the past.
Yeah.
We're really narrowing it down and see exactly what the problem areas are and really focusing on individual children even.
Okay. Can you think of any other? No, really, no, that's fine. I just want to make sure you have plenty of time to. What is your overall impression of the school improvement plan, and especially since you have a new administrator? You know, that's gonna things change. That's just how they are. And I'd like, since you're on the leadership team, I'd like to see what your overall impression is first, just being someone that's not on the leadership team.
I think it's good, and Ms. Parker's really good about listening, to
Uh-huh.
our input and, taking our opinions into consideration, and
Okay.
all of us, not just the leadership team. I think she's, really good about listening.
Do you feel like you're getting information from the leadership team
Mhm.
when they make
Yeah.
decisions, and then it's both what it's
Yeah.
sort of like a loop?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
Okay. What about you?
We're trying to, when we talked about our leadership, trying to get it, make it where it's more accessible because, they can get it on the internet. We can hand them a piece of paper, but maybe we need to have more discussions about it. Because, if you're not on leadership, sometimes it's not as familiar because you're not using it as much. Because on leadership, we're having to take each section and actually rewrite it for this year. So we have more of a knowledge of what's going on. So we were discussing maybe we need to involve others. And once we, kind of look at it, get everyone else's opinion to help us to write it.
Right, yeah. And that is an important part because you're really not going to implement it unless everybody's on board with it. Otherwise, they just see it as another thing to do.
Yeah.
So, was there anything else you think I would need to know about your school improvement plan?
I think we're more involved with it this year, and our opinions and are being heard and used.
Yeah.
So we're looked at as experts in
Well, you
our
are.
field. So
Yeah, absolutely are.
More of a
You're
team,
feeling that
yeah.
way too? Okay. Okay.
yeah, it's real big on team this year.
Okay. All right. Well, that was it. See, easy, not a problem.